What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today we'll be talking about normal risk versus high risk on season 2. I actually made an exact video about this a month ago, but since there were lots of patches that happened, and it includes a shooting patch, I think it's better for me to retest it. And by the way, if you guys want a low risk version of this one, please let me know in the comment section so I can make it. So now let's get right into it. I think at this point we all know how these settings work, but just for a quick refresher, basically if you're in high risk and you decided to put it on normal risk, what happens is your green window will be wider, but the thing is some of your green window zones won't be as pure as high risk green windows. This one here is just a quick demo. Yeah, it got wider, but the lighter green window, which have more chances of greening the shot, shrinks. But in exchange, now that you have these darker windows, if an input landed here, now you're giving it a chance to be a white make. If you're using high risk and it landed there, it has 0% chance. Pretty much the same principle happens on low risk. That's all the trade-off between these settings. So before we go to the Season 2 results, let's have a quick recap first of your Season 1 result. Basically, my recommendation was if you're on high risk and you shoot 55% or higher, you better stay at high risk. If you shoot between 30% and 55%, better stay at normal, and 30 and below should use low risk. So now let's see if there's any changes. So now for the Season 2, I did pretty much the same thing. I shot a lot of shots using my motor controller. And again, I only use this controller for testing. It is not that smart. This is all homemade, including the program. You can't buy these anywhere. So now for the first chart, this one here could be a bit confusing. So if it's not that clear to you, don't worry. The second chart will be much easier to understand. So basically, here's how you read it. So it means that if you're shooting around 80% at high risk, if you use low risk instead and you use the same timing, you will make less. And by the way, don't focus much on the actual numbers. Of course, it will fluctuate depending on a lot of things. Just focus on the gaps and which settings will do better. And just to give you an idea how these things happen, I'll show you these. So let's say at high risk, your inputs are around here, and 80% of these inputs went in. Now, if you did the same inputs on normal risk, instead of these inputs here to be almost or 100% green, since they landed on the darker green window now you're giving them a chance to miss. So that's why in this specific scenario, high risk is better. Now for the next one, if you shoot just above 60%, it's a close one, but it's still better to choose high risk. This one here is the borderline, which decides the final recommendation. If you shoot above 60% on high risk, then keep it at high risk. If you shoot below 60% on high risk, based on this test, it is much better to use normal risk. Back in Season 1, the borderline on normal risk and high risk is at 55, but now it's on 60. And again, I haven't tested for the borderline for low risk and normal risk, so just let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to retest it. So that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.